ni hao, buongiorno, however you say hello, hello. So today I'm going to tell you guys about my experience at the colleges at LaRue. The colleges at LaRue is exclusively for UC Davis full-time students. The only way to get an apartment here is if you win a lottery, which is what they do every year, or through guaranteed transfer housing for first-year transfers. Or you can extend your lease if you're a current resident. Here is the leasing office at the very front of the apartment complex. This is on LaRue Road, and there's the Arc. That next building's the Pavilion, and then this is Hutchinson Field. Because of its proximity to campus, it's considered on-campus housing. It is a large apartment complex, so here's a map to show you. That's where the office is. So that's the very front of the apartment complex, and that's where I was. So just to give you a better idea. So this is actually behind the office. That's where you would get your mail, that little building right there. And then this is building 166. So you can check on the map where that is so you can get an understanding of where the apartment that I was in was located. So right around this corner is like an academic center, so you can study in this, and they're found throughout the apartment complex. So let me just give you a better look inside. They provide free internet in these centers, and as you can see, there are lots of bike racks throughout Davis, and also these outdoor grills so that you can barbecue. And this is the way toward my apartment. There's also lighting, but I would say the lighting at night isn't the best, but it's not the worst either. So I was under the stairs right here on the bottom floor, and there are some cons to being on the bottom floor actually. But I will talk about those at the end of the video. I'll put a pros and cons list. By the way, this is the rec pool. This is a recreational center basically for the city of Davis and for students and anyone who wants to use it. And it was right next to my apartment. That is actually blocked off. This street is blocked off, as you can see. So you couldn't bring your car in here. But I just wanted to show you that before I go into my apartment to show you just how close it is. So sometimes people complain about hearing like kids at the rec pool and things like that, but it didn't bug me. I didn't hear anything, and I was here during summer. Here we are in the actual apartment. I got the larger apartment, which is known as the 1x1 flat, not the junior, which is the smaller one-bedroom apartment. The reason why I got this large apartment is because I was subleasing from 2 tenants, so they got the larger apartment. So I don't think they actually let a single person get this apartment. So I just got lucky. I'm just showing you how much storage there is here, and the shelves aren't too shallow, you know. I just wanted to show you my arm. I didn't even use a lot of the cabinet space because obviously I'm just one person. And oh, that's where the microwave was plugged in. So you do get a microwave, so you don't need to bring one. You have your stove and your dishwasher and a pretty decent sized fridge also. So I'm just showing you all the storage that there is in here. You'll notice that a lot of the things that I have in here are the same stuff I had in my other apartment. If you watched my other apartment tour, by the way, I'm uploading this video a year later. Obviously I wasn't going to upload it while I lived there because I didn't want people to know that I lived there, but yeah, it also had these shelves so you could put your books here, but I just put this stuff here. So here is the bathroom. It's a decent sized bathroom, and let's turn on the light. This light switch turned on this light, and it always flickered like that. It made kind of a weird noise too. So here's the shower. It is a bathtub shower, so just standard. That shower head did not work very well. I would recommend buying a drain plug thing that catches your hair because the drain clogs very easily. This toilet, I almost fell off this toilet because it's not well mounted to the ground. I don't know. Yeah, but there's a lot of storage everywhere in this apartment. And then I just put some stuff here. Everything looks very clean. I mean, the apartment wasn't like super old or anything. Well lit, big mirror. And there's even storage down here. So, good size pull-out drawers. You can put all kinds of stuff down here. Obviously, I'm just one person, so I feel like I have a lot for one person. This is in a drawer, by the way. This cabinet had a lot of room in there, so I just put like some moving boxes in there and then, extra toilet paper. Central heat and air. Alright, here comes the bedroom. Bow, 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 bow. I'm just kidding. I got this new abstract print. Different from my other apartment, but very similar. Love it. Here is the closet. Look at this. How nice is this closet? So these storage shelves come with the apartment. Oh, I put a little candle thing in there, or air freshener in there, I'm sorry. Because there's no ventilation in there, so it would get pretty hot. Do you see the blinds moving? That's because that vent was aimed there, and you can't even move it, so that was kind of dumb. That's the light for the room, and there's sprinkler heads, by the way. So, and of course, you need one of these smoke detectors. And yeah, that is the bedroom. I forgot to show you guys something. This is a different day, as you can see by the pillows. I wanted to show you where you connect the Ethernet cord and your router. It's in the bedroom. In this apartment, it doesn't connect in the living room, it connects in the bedroom, so that was interesting. So yeah. Oh, and there's an outlet over here on this side that I forgot to show you guys. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a decent sized bedroom for a lot of apartments out here in Davis. And that was a queen size bed, by the way. And then here's the living room again. I think I didn't really show you in the beginning, so it's pretty spacious in here. Very minimal furniture because it was just me. Now let's talk about some not so great things about the apartment. Ta-da! Ah! Yeah, I know, disgusting. I had to put these sticky traps. I actually put even more, like across the whole entire door, because once I saw this, yeah, they do spray the apartments, okay? But I'm on the bottom floor. You have to understand. And speaking of animals, there are wild turkeys in Davis. Sometimes they'll be right next to your apartment door if you live near them. Here's a group of like 7 turkeys. Sometimes they can be aggressive, so just be careful. And I didn't know that turkeys could fly until I saw one fly, so here is the inside of the apartment once I moved out, just so you can see it empty. And I realized I didn't show you the fridge, so the refrigerator's pretty big, so that was good. So some of the pros of living here is that it's so close to a lot of different things, such as the Student Health and Wellness Center, which is right next to it. And then right in front of that is the bus stop, which takes you to campus. So there's the J line and the C line. Also, as I showed you in the very beginning, it's right next to the ARC, which is the Activities and Recreation Center, and it has the largest gym I've ever seen. So it has like a fitness center, a strength training center, an indoor track, rock climbing, dance studios, I mean all kinds of things in there. And also, it's considered on-campus housing for financial aid purposes, so you get more financial aid because it's considered on campus. And what I paid was $1,285 per month plus electricity. But electricity can run you pretty high sometimes. So I would say it's like $30 to $70 for this one bedroom. Because it was also a little bit larger also, so it's not the smaller one. You also get free internet because it's on campus, but the campus internet doesn't reach. So they do give you like Ethernet, but you have to buy your own modem, like for cable, or a router just to make it wireless internet, which is what I did, and also an Ethernet cable. Now let's get into the cons. As we know, the animals and turkeys that I was talking about earlier, there's a lot of pests, unfortunately. It's just the area, it gets really hot in the summer because there's a lot of pavement and it's like stucco building, but for some reason these apartments get really hot, so it creates humidity and then you get mold on the windows and things like that. So what I would recommend for the pests is just getting those sticky traps, cutting them long ways, putting them all the way under the door. I didn't have a problem after I did that, so that's what worked for me. And another thing is that, neighbors can get pretty loud. The walls are pretty thin, so if someone's having a party, unfortunately, you're gonna not get any sleep that night. Also, the apartment layout is a little bit confusing when you're trying to give directions to delivery food service apps. I found that I just had to go out of the apartment and go look for them because they would always get lost. And also, it's difficult to move in and move out in the yellow section apartments if you look back at the map because of the way the parking's laid out and how big the complex is. So it's a pretty big apartment complex, but if you live in that green area, you shouldn't have a problem moving in and out. But yeah, that's all. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. See you later. Wait to Jen. Arrivederci.